everyone.
Hey.
Yes.
Hello,
I really wish we
everybody.
could just recreate what we just did before this.
Oh my god, it was so hot.
We did a vocal warm. I don't even know.
did.
We were just doing mic checks.
It was something similar. I don't know if
and
Mark
we
can do
just
his
all
part. But...
start. All right, ready?
Amen.
I don't know. It sounded really good.
It did. It was better in the moment. I feel like recreated it. You know,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But
You
Mark
had to
Torriello
be
has a
there.
beautiful mullet that
does.
was
I
done
do.
by Mark Bluestein today.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was done today.
For a while, I've been wanting one, and we just decided to pull the trigger today because why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
It's never too late to do a mullet.
It's
Never.
never too late. Live life crazily. Get a mullet.
Live, laugh, mullet.
Live, laugh, mullet.
I said to Mark,
That's
I want a
beautiful.
mullet, damn it.
I want a mullet, damn it. There ain't no meat on it.
No,
That.
I know. And I also loved what you posted today on
What did I
Instagram.
post? What did I post?
The question about which one of us from
Oh,
Bizarre Buffet
that was
It's actually
Mark.
me.
not had. Oh, it was you, Mark.
Yeah.
That which member of Bizarre Buffet has
Yeah.
never had an ankle injury?
Yeah, and I mean, is there a drum roll button? It would be
Close
me.
enough.
I didn't have an ankle injury.
So, speaking of ankles,
Oh,
my question for you tonight
Oh my god.
is, what are your thoughts on feet, on other people's feet in general? Because I know some people are really grossed out by like having people's feet like in their proximity or people touching their feet. So I was just curious, what's your thoughts on feet?
Well, go to Patreon and find out. I'm just kidding. So
Like, are you grossed out by it?
not at all. I don't have an issue with feet. I really don't. I mean, I don't want them to look like goblin hooves, preferably. But, if that's your thing, hey, no kink shaming. All right, not here. But,
No.
I don't have a problem with feet.
No, what
not at
about
all.
you, Mark?
goblin feet matter.
Goblin feet matter.
I don't have much of a problem with feet.
So, like, if Mark asked you for a foot rub, you would do it.
Yeah, I would.
Reluctantly,
Like, it
but
just
not because
hurts
they're
my
feet,
hands.
just because he's like,
I'm
Okay.
lazy, but I'm always asking Mark for a foot rub because my jacked up ankle foot
And
situation.
you're okay with giving a foot massage.
I mean, in theory, I'm okay with giving a foot massage as a thing. It's a tiring process.
Well,
I know I feel bad.
I'd like to introduce you to somebody named Jerry Brudos.
Oh my, wait.
I don't know.
I don't
This
know.
is-
Continue.
yeah.
Continue.
You promise you
I
don't
don't know what this has
I'm
to
like,
do with feet.
okay, I know the name, but like,
Okay.
continue.
All right. Well,
I'm
I'm
so-
glad. I'm glad.
Oh my
and
god. Okay.
Speaking
really-
of feet, let me just show off my sneakers because
Yeah, your sneakers are really cute.
they're from the movie Alien.
Alien.
It's a Reebok
It's a
limited
Re-
edition.
Yeah, Reebok.
Sorry.
Ridley
So,
Scott.
so help me God.
Listen, is
I'm
this
sorry,
the guy with the
Jen.
hamsters?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, never
so Jerry Brudos was born in South Dakota in 1939.
Okay.
And he was the youngest of two, and he had an older brother. And his mother wanted a girl so bad and resented the fact that he was a boy.
Okay.
So he was subjected to physical, mental, emotional abuse from his mother because of it. And at the
Bitch.
ripe age
Yeah.
of 5, he had discovered that he had a shoe fetish.
Cute.
Okay.
5 years old.
I love that.
Okay.
Like
I mean, gross,
sexually?
but-
So
Or,
he
like,
found
I know it was only
a
5.
stiletto. He found a pair of stiletto heels in a local junkyard.
in a junkyard.
Yeah.
Odd place to find high-heeled shoes. Okay. I
And
mean, listen,
What a
I'm not
lady.
arguing. Yeah.
But it also was reported that he attempted to steal the shoes of his first grade teacher, Jerry.
Jerry, you tried to steal Miss Smith's fucking high heels, you little devil, you. I bet he smelled them though.
So he also reportedly had a woman's underwear fetish and reportedly stole underwear from his female neighbors in the neighborhood.
Oh.
And because of this, I
Wowee.
know, Jerry, come on, get it
Jerry.
together. So because of this, he was in and out of psychotherapy and psychiatric hospitals because
Okay.
I mean,
Stealing your neighbor's underwear is probably not the
40s,
best.
50s now we're talking.
Yeah, really.
Wearing heels.
Wearing heels. And listen, Mrs. Gruber next door is tired of her fucking panties going missing.
I know. Mrs. Gruber.
I know. Fucking Mrs. Gruber. Ugh.
I wonder
So-
how he was stealing them.
I don't know.
Probably
That
like
I
the
don't know.
clothesline.
Or like,
Yeah,
it could
probably.
have been the clothesline, or like having a play date with like his friends and like went into like their mother's, dresser drawers
Yeah.
and pulled out some underwear.
Panties.
Panty drawer.
Pantaloons,
The
but-
panty drawer.
So, in his teens, he began to stalk local women, and he would knock them unconscious and then flee with their shoes.
Oh my god.
Okay?
What?
So again, he
Jerry.
would stalk the women, he would knock them unconscious, and then flee with their shoes.
Better hope she wasn't wearing no Christian Louboutin shoes.
I don't know.
know.
Back then, it's an
$1,000.
Army Navy store.
So then, when he he was 17 years old, and he abducted and beaten a young woman and threatened to stab her if she didn't adhere to his sexual demands.
Which was give me your shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
After he was arrested, he was taken to the Oregon psychiatric ward where he was there for 9 months. While he was there, it was discovered that these weird sexual fantasies stemmed from the hatred that he had toward his mother
Okay.
for, the physical, mental, emotional abuse. And he also was diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Oh.
Okay.
America's favorite pastime.
So, at 22 years old, he married a 17-year-old girl named Darcy, and he had 2 children with her. He would ask her to do housework around the house in nothing but high heels
Oh God,
while
Mark.
he took pictures.
Wow.
And at this time, he started complaining of migraines, and he would have like blackouts, which essentially consisted of him relieving his symptoms by like going on nighttime raids and stealing
Panties.
shoes and laced undergarments.
Oh my God. So he would be like, I got a headache. I got to go steal some panties.
Or like he would just like black out. So he also experienced what was reportedly called a transvestite period, where it consisted of him
Having his period?
using like the female persona as a form of an escape mechanism.
Okay.
He would go into these blackouts, and with this schizophrenia and multiple personality, he would take on the female persona.
Okay.
And then that's when things started getting a little crazy.
Oh.
Cute.
I know.
High-heeled murders.
So
Hot.
I'm still hoping the 2 of you have never heard of him, but when I reveal the name that he was given, you might be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So he was given the name the Shoe Fetish Slayer and the Lust Killer.
Never heard of them.
Perfect. I'm so
Yeah.
excited that
Never
I
heard
picked
of
a topic
Yeah.
you know about.
No, you honestly picked one person where I only know the name Jerry Brudos, but I don't remember anything about him.
Okay.
So this is awesome.
Yeah, so he was given the name, and I mean, Mark and I are dealing with our ankle foot problems, so I thought, like, why not? Let's
great.
talk about feet.
It's a theme. I love it.
So yes, he was named the Shoe Fetish Slayer. He also was known as the Lust Killer. He would store the shoes, underwears, and bodies of his victims in his garage.
Okay.
And you're probably thinking, well, what's going on with the wife?
Yeah.
Well,
Where is she?
she was not allowed to enter the garage unless she rang the doorbell, and there was an intercom that he set up
Oh.
An intercom.
that he would allow her in. So the garage was off limits.
Okay.
It is known that he has strangled and murdered 4 women and attempted to abduct 2 women.
Oh.
He would dress up in high heels and masturbate after committing the crime.
Charming.
Charming. It's terrible.
I know.
Well, what's the likelihood that his foot would fit?
So, all right,
Made
this
it
is
fit
when
He was like, I'll fucking get that foot in there. I don't care.
I know. Put the fucking shoe in.
A little sprit will go.
Listen, I admire a good Louboutin, a nice stiletto heel from afar, but like getting me to wear those. I see what people's feet look like from wearing like stiletto heels, and I'm like, no thanks.
Oh,
I like
God.
my feet too much.
Oh my God, I know. They turn into like little goblin hooves again.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Goblin hooves matter.
Goblin hooves matter.
So his first known victim was named Linda Slauson. She was 19 years old. She was an encyclopedia saleswoman who knocked on his door in January of 1968.
I hope she had ugly shoes on.
So he lured her into the basement, knocked her out with a wood plank, and then strangled her. And then he would dress her in different stolen undergarments, stolen high heels,
All right.
and then put her in provocative poses.
As a corpse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Ooh, getting her to move. That
So-
rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis, girl. Oh God.
So then he sawed off her left foot
Oh.
and put it in the freezer and kept it as a model for his heels. Like, so he would like put the foot in the freezer with like his stolen heels.
He's like, I'm not sure if this shoe's gonna fit me. Let me try my foot model.
If the shoe don't fit, you must have quit.
And then wound up disposing of Linda's body into a river.
Oh.
Poor Linda.
And he kept the shoes, I bet, that motherfucker.
So then we move on to Susan Whitney. She was a 23-year-old motorist. Her car broke down on the Oregon Interstate in November 1968. Almost a good year between the first and the second. Because it was January 1968 with Linda with the cut off foot. Then we moved to Jan, which was November 1968.
Wow.
So
Celebrating his anniversaries.
So as she's on the Oregon Interstate with her car broken down, good old Jerry drives up and he offers to give her a ride to his home so she could call a tow truck. Little did she know, while in the car, she would be strangled with a leather strap and raped. Yeah.
Bummer.
Necrophilia. I know.
Ugh.
He allegedly had the body hanging from a pulley in his garage for the next few days, where he like dressed her in different outfits, took pictures of her, and just engaged in some really bizarre activity with the body. Took some pictures.
I wonder where those pictures are.
Well, we're gonna get there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, do we have photos?
So-
Photo time.
Then-
Photo time.
But another thing, Jen, and maybe you might have this later on. Was there anything with smell, with decomposition? Because I feel like it would start to rot.
I think.
It would stink.
Stanky.
Well, that's exactly it, and that's the thing. I don't know.
That's okay.
We're gonna get there. What he wound up doing to Jan was he cut off a breast and made a resin mold, which he created a paperweight out of.
Paper? What?
So he cut
A
off.
fucking
He
paperweight?
hacked one of her breasts off, like made a mold out of it, and then he used her like molded breast as a paperweight.
Oh, Jerry.
That's
know.
so weird. That's very specific.
It's very specific. And then he
Can't sell that at auction.
I don't think paperweight boob. I don't think that.
no.
I think like cup.
It's very surrealist.
It's yeah. You think of it like if you're looking like this, like
Yeah.
the hacked off part would be the bottom of the weight, and
Right.
then the I think
I'm assuming. The nipple would be up.
so.
Yeah.
He also threw her into the same river as Linda, along with Linda's hacked left foot. So that left foot was hanging out for almost a year in a freezer in Jerry's garage.
Oh, God. Jerry, you know something? Freezers are for food, unless he was a cannibal.
I know. So then we moved to Karen Sprinker. This was an 18-year-old. She was held at gunpoint in front of a department store in March 1969. So we're talking probably like 5-6 months after this poor Jan. During the attack, Jerry was dressed in women's clothing.
Frightening.
He made her try on different garments in his basement and then strangled her and pretty much did the same thing that he did with poor Jan. I'm not even going to go into the details, but we know. He also made her breasts into a paperweight.
Oh my god.
is with the obsession?
And disposed into the same river as Jan and Linda.
Let's talk about the paper. How much paper does he freaking have that he needs like
all
two
these...
booby paperweights?
I know. Excessive. Wasteful. Green.
Then we have our last victim, which is Linda Sally. She was a 22-year-old, and she was abducted outside of a shopping mall April 1969. So a month after poor little Karen.
God, he's just getting so greedy. It keeps getting shorter and shorter.
He did all of the same things that he did to the other women, except cut off her breast because they were, in quotations, too pink. So he drove an electrical current through her dead body to try and make them jump.
No.
Wait, the body jump or the
nipples.
Oh, boy.
Like-
So he literally did all the same things except hack the breast off.
A weirdo.
I know.
God, very specific.
That's so weird.
And then disposed of her body as well into the same river.
God.
God.
So you might be asking, how did Jerry get discovered?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did
Right?
he?
May of 1969, about a month after his last murder, he was discovered because there was a fisherman out in the river, and he found the bodies of Karen and Linda. So Karen was the one that he met in the department store dressed as a woman. He held a gunpoint to her. And then Linda, the last one. And the police, because there was a local university, went and asked students nearby of any suspicious activities. They were led to Jerry because a female noted that he called her several times to ask for a date. He gave her apparently the wrong address to his house, which led to some suspicious activities.
Okay.
Eventually, his garage was discovered. The pulley that he hung his victims on were also discovered. And they found pictures.
Oh, boy.
So Jerry was arrested. He pled guilty. He was sentenced to life in the Oregon State Penitentiary. He pled guilty to 3 first-degree murders. He did confess to 4, but there wasn't photo evidence for the first victim.
He was like, in my defense.
So he admitted to 4 murders, but because there was no photoed evidence of the first victim, he was only convicted for the 3.
So that leads me to believe that maybe they thought he was lying or
But
like...
they also found the bodies of the others, but this Linda Slauson, the only thing that was discovered in the river eventually was her foot.
Oh, God. Wow.
Well, it was so well preserved for a year in the
Yeah,
freezer.
exactly. In the freezer as he
know.
was trying on all of his new shoes.
While he was in prison, he had stacks of women's shoe catalogs in his prison cell.
Stop. Oh, my God.
And he wrote to these companies and he asked them and stated in these letters that it was his substitute for pornography.
I get it.
Whoa.
But Jerry did die in prison in 2006 from liver cancer.
Good.
And in popular culture, you may or may not know this. Well, you obviously don't, but because you don't know about this man, because you were so shocked that
Yeah.
Actually, Ted Levine, who played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs, based his character off of Jerry Brudos.
I could totally
Oh.
see that because you know what? I've heard that like Ed Gein or something was maybe an influence for that Buffalo Bill character, but after the story you just told, it
Yeah,
sounds like it would be more Jerry.
Yep.
Like Jer.
So he based the character of Buffalo Bill off of Jerry.
Oh my God.
And also, have you ever watched Mindhunter on Netflix?
I haven't.
I've seen like 5 minutes of a
So
episode.
you can actually see Jerry in episodes 7 and 8, portrayed by Happy Anderson. I have no idea who that is. But
No clue either, but that's okay.
essentially what happens in Mindhunter, after Charles Manson and Ted Bundy, there's like a rise of serial killers. This FBI agent and a psychiatrist, they team together and they start going into prison and interviewing serial killers and trying to get into the mind of them about why they kill and why they do what they do.
Gotcha.
So Jerry was one of like their They're people. Yeah.
Wow.
You should watch it. It's really fascinating.
It sounds really good. I would be interested in it.
Yeah. Charles Manson makes an appearance.
Oh, Uncle Charlie.
There's a couple of good appearances, but yeah, that was kind of like what they were working on, to kind of go into the minds and study the minds of serial killers, why they kill, why they do what they do. And if I remember correctly, when they sat down with Jerry, he was like a normal human being and like just talked to you like he was like a normal person.
Yeah. Which is just so...
And admitted to doing what he did, but
Yeah.
talked about it so casually and so nonchalantly.
Yeah, I bet. And that's a true sociopath for you, huh?
So that's
I like shoes and high
shoes.
heels. The higher the hill, the closer to Jesus.
Well, now the next time I hear if the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah, if the shoe is on the other foot, be careful. It might be Jerry Brudos, and you might end up in a river.
Exactly. So
Sorry, insensitive.
that, my friends, is the story of Jerry Brudos.
I love it. I
Yeah.
mean, I hate the fact that these poor people had to succumb to his shoe fetish. There's nothing wrong with shoe fetishes. Don't kill people for your shoe fetish.
Yeah.
But kill people for their shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm sure
So-
it's happened at some
Just
point in
kidding.
time.
So yes,
Don't do
that's
that.
Jerry, the shoe fetish slayer.
Wow. Well, that was a great story. And Jen, I honestly did not know any details about
so
this.
happy.
I only knew the name. I honestly mean that.
Good.
So I'm fascinated.
Nice little hair flip to
Oh,
me.
hair flap! I know. Jen was like, "Listen, if you two fucking know this, so help me God, I am gonna break everything." I was like, "I get it. I'm sorry." I was like, "It's just our minds are always filled with trash." So
Yeah, exactly.
you never know what we're gonna know.
You
or
never
not
know, but you get to learn something new.
you do, and
That was kind of in celebration of my ankle making some progress.
oh,
Yeah.
there we
From
go.
the,
Yay, ankle.
Yay, from the physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing about us is that 2 out of 3 of us have had a fucked up ankle injury, and
Yeah.
that's Jen and myself.
Yeah.
If you didn't see the survey on Instagram, that's what we were talking about earlier.
So if you haven't seen it and you're not following us, you should follow us on
You
Instagram
should.
at Bizarre Buffet.
That is correct. And on Facebook.com, it's Bizarre Buffet as well. And on Twitter, it's Bizarre Buffet. And we have a website, bizarrebuffet.com.
And what's our Patreon situation like?
Our Patreon situation is patreon.com/Bizarre Buffet.
Give us the money.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
it.
Look at us here. We're doing it for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
We're just peasants.
we are. We're
But we
here
love
to-
you all and we do
Yeah,
it for you all.
We do. So,
So, yeah.
you know, until next time, my name is Jerry Brudos High Heel Collection.
And my name is Severed Left Foot.
And I'm the district manager of Payless.
Oh, whoa. I like that. Oh, my God.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.